2-1 Club Champ. Here we are, we're in the year 2031. We are Aylesbury United, as you know, and we are in the Premier League in our third season in the Premier League, and we are sitting fourth in the table. Things actually looked even better a few weeks ago. We were sitting second. We've been second for a number of consecutive weeks. If you go and look at our schedule, and we'll just get rid of the friendlies. So here we go. This has been our season so far. Started off, with a loss, but if you then look at what happened afterwards, we went on a run of some very impressive victories, and then we've gone even with a 1-0 away win to Arsenal. We won our first ever European game as the Ducks 7-1 away to the Red Bull team, and then we've gone and smashed Europe. I'll go and look specifically at the Europa League in a second. But as you can see from this, from the 3-1 away loss to Liverpool, which to be honest is not such a bad result. Liverpool are very good, as we know in the game. If you look at this run of wins, we have just been incredible all the way from October, November, and then into December. Now, of course, as you know with Football Manager, you are always up for getting truly FM'd, and that came with this game right here against West Brom. West Brom at the time had only one win in the league. They were bottom of the table. We were flying high after just beating Man City, and basically they beat us 2-0. It's one of those really frustrating games where you know that if you're one of those people that decides to quit the game and then reload it and try and win it, this is that game that you probably do that. However, we don't do that here on this game. We play all the way through. So anyway, we followed up that incredible loss to West Brom by then beating Blackburn. We obviously are now, if you see the FA Cup has started, we put our reserves out and Lucas Poplar got himself a hat-trick. Then, as you can see here, Carabao Cup, League Cup. Oh, look at this. We managed to beat Spurs. Even though we lost in this away game, we won on aggregate following a 2-0 home win and then a 3-2 loss. So we have made the League Cup final for the first time in Ducks history. Now, as you can see, January has dropped off a little bit. We faced, not only did we have Tottenham, we had Liverpool, Arsenal, and then we played Tottenham again twice. We played Spurs 3 times in January. So that's okay. We've managed to continue our kind of push towards the Champions League. Let's have a little look at the profile. As you can see, the big stat right here is Dias Funchal has 28 league goals in 24 of the games that he has played in. As you know, we're currently out of form, but if you look at the teams that we've lost to Spurs, Liverpool twice, United, and then Spurs again. So Spurs and Liverpool both done the double over us, but that West Brom loss is looking horrific. Anyway, we've only drawn twice, and that was to Arsenal and West Ham, and then we've had a significant number of wins, most of them coming at home. Dias Funchal is at the top of the goal scoring. Here he is. He just won European Golden Boy and Best World Under 21 player. He's a wonder kid, 5-star ability, 5-star potential. He is currently on 32 goals in all competitions in 30 appearances. In Europe, he has an 8.45 rating. He's just incredible and he's doing very well. We managed to keep him from the January transfer market. Now that kind of takes us into the transfer market because we have sold some interesting players. So let's go to our transfer history. And as you know, when you're also the joy of playing this game is going and randomly finding kids in the middle of nowhere, and you find a gem, a hidden gem. And so our first kind of hidden gem was this lad here, who is called Fawaz Al-Hafi. He was kind of our Riyad Mahrez. So we took a punt on this kid. We signed him from Fulham in Iran on a free transfer, and a few seasons later we have sold him for 24 million to Club Brugge. He wasn't really starting anymore. He was mainly coming off the bench and playing in the League Cup. So we sold him because mainly we're playing Alabaster now. The other one we sold, Loic Mbaye. Loic Mbaye was signed by United for £42.5 million. We paid 6.75 million from Paris Saint-Germain's second team, and he was really good, to be honest. Loic Mbaye, a lot of respect for you. You're probably going to sit on the bench for United now for the rest of your career, but thank you for your service to the Ducks. And then here, this kid, I'm going to genuinely miss this guy. 5-star potential. He was a wonder kid. We found him randomly playing in the Slovakian First Division. We signed him for 950k, and then literally 2 years later, we've sold him for 43 million pounds. Now, the best thing about this is that, you know, he had a minimum clause contract, and that's what happens sometimes when you sign kids that have the potential to be wonder kids. So we've gone and invested that money in a couple of young players. Here is Glauber. Now Glauber was signed at the start of the year, but we had to pay a little bit more money than we wanted to, 14.5. But he has some tremendous potential to be in. Basically, he's going to just fill in for Loic Mbaye now. But if you look at the other players that we brought in, Sydney Alexander, he is 18 years old with a 5-star potential. We paid, let's have a look here, we paid 14 million for him. You know, we're stepping up the money in trying to get some of the best young Brazilian players to come over to play in Buckinghamshire. Here's Edu Serra. Now, Edu Serra is 26. He's not a young kid anymore, but he is seasoned and he's worth now 28 million, but we have paid 13.75. Let's go back and check out his stats. He's going to do a beautiful job for us on the left side. Can play at left back, left mid, and left wing. Here's Mayak Ott. We bought him from Red Bull for 9 million. He's now worth 18. He has got some excellent stats, and again, he's 23, an Austrian international. So there is Mayak Ott. And then let's have a look at one more signing he just reminds me as a very cultured centre midfielder and wide player. We've spent 30 million on this guy. If you look solely at his advanced playmaking skills, technique of 17, passing of 16, first touch 15, dribbling 16, he has some unbelievable technical stats. He's 6'2", and he can play in centre midfield in either advanced playmaker or deep line playmaker. He can also play on the right side, and he is going to be basically very good in our centre midfield. We can also play him on the right hand side. So there are the transfers, and I mean, we've sold £168 million worth of talent, especially when you add in Maluleki, his first transfer at 40 million. So we've done real well. Let's check in on the team. Looking at the squad right now, tactics wise, you know, we've got some real good things happening. Aditya Sekan in the back. I mean, look at him, 21 years old. He's worth 20 million. Look at all of the green in the average ratings in all competitions. He's been an excellent addition. Mark Antony, although he's on loan, we definitely want this guy. We're going to have to try and break the bank to get him, but he's struck up a very good partnership. Here's Gerson. He's our left back, worth 28 million, signed I think for like 12 million. Alabaster. Here was this kid, if we remember, we signed him for 9 million after Brighton basically gave him away to Benfica. 11 assists already in the left midfield area. Let's check in with Ojeda. He's kind of been in and out. Still only 21. And again, we had Kovacic playing on the right side of midfield, so Ojeda has maybe got an opportunity to step in. Morales. Now, again, we signed him for 2.1 million, And if you look at what he's doing in the centre of midfield, he's playing real well, statting up nicely, 23 years old, and I've got a lot of time for Morales as the box-to-box. We obviously changed this as from the advanced playmaker. Fabiano is doing the business in all competitions, playing as the false nine. In the league, he's got 9 league goals in 18 games. Across all competitions, 16 goals in 23, average rating of 7.62, and he's now worth 30.5 million. And we've already checked in DS Funchal. Let's check in on a few other youngsters that have done well. We got this guy on a free transfer. He is statting up nicely as a centre back. Paul Stewart, now worth 16 million. Velasco, who also is on an option on the right. As you can see, he plays in a few of the European games, comes off the bench, mainly a cup player. He's now worth 9.5 million. Statting up nicely is Junior Velasco. Anybody else down here? Ndiaye, again, doing real good stuff. Scored 4 goals in 10 different competition games. Let's see who else we can check in on. You know what? These are average players. Neil Carline, 2 stars. But we signed him for 50k. He's now up to 575k. He's done well for us. He just, he's made 19 appearances. So he's doing all right. Bagnac is the hot prospect. He's 20 years old. We found him in the Cameroonian division. Here he is, statting up nicely, and he'll start to make some appearances towards the end. Let's check in on Lucas Potler. How's that Tash, young man? He's at 24 million. He's basically just a kind of a fill-in now. He hasn't started a league game, but he's played 6 off the bench. He plays in all of the FA Cup and League Cup games and any kind of dead rubber kind of Europa League games. But there he is. He's still a team leader. And that's our team. We are in a great position. The game today is against Fulham, and we are at home. They've had the better of us. They've beat us 3 times to our 1, but both teams are inconsistent in form. We've got to be hoping for a decent home win. And we're going to move ahead with this lineup. 4-4-2. And here we go. They're starting in a 4-2-3-1. And let's get started. Now, as you can see, it's all pretty tight at the top of the table, especially in the Champions League positions. There seems to be 4 main teams, with Chelsea and City kind of on 45 points. And then you look at Man United, Aylesbury, Liverpool and Spurs. Glauber with a long throw into the box. It's been cleared. Mark and Tony picks up the loose ball. Plays it down the right flank to Glauber. Drops it to Morales. And then it kind of goes into the Fulham goalkeeper, who kicks it out to Judge. And there we go. Our 30 million signing. What a goal. What a goal. That's his first goal for the Ducks after being signed for 30 million. He's playing in the deep line playmaker role, but he robs that Fulham player, breaks away, and just a cultured, nice finish under the goalkeeper. 1-0 to the Ducks. Neguba, welcome to Buckinghamshire. Good start from the Ducks. Here we go. Fulham with the throw-in. Can we counter if we win it back? Neguba with the headed clearance down to Fabio. Fabio and DS Funchal have been linking up real well. Oh, he just from distance hits the outside of the post there. I've really liked the change in the formation with dropping Fabiano as the false 9 rather than just playing 2 advanced forward players. It's worked out really well for us. There we go, goal kick to the Ducks. Spreading nice and wide there. Mark and Tony picking up the ball, dropping it to Aditya Sekan, switches it out to Alabaster, and this is what we like about Alabaster. He gets down the flank, cut it back, 2-0 to the Ducks. Beautiful goal. Fabiano with his 17th goal of the season after Alabaster picks up another assist. He was already top assist in the league. He's now picked up another one. I believe that's his 14th. Nice finish inside of the right foot. Fabiano wagging his finger, just saying, "Told you so." We are, by the way, we've got one more year to go until our Aylesbury United Stadium is built. We're still ground sharing at Wycombe Wanderers, which seems incredible considering we are in the Champions League positions right now. Let's tell Sekan to just ease off the tackles. We don't want him going in like just diving into tackles. Fulham so far have mustered up 1 shot in the first half. We've shaded shots on targets, more fouls, picked up a yellow card. Morales is the one who's struggling to perform right now. Let's just go into the dressing room. Yeah, we've played real well. However, I'm going to tell Morales that he weren't that bad, and I have faith in him. And I'm going to tell DS that, to be honest, he weren't that bad, but I have faith in him to be better. Okay, let's get back out there. We might make a sub after 60 minutes and bring on, potentially, we could bring on Juan Carlos, who can play in the midfield. See if Diaz Funchal can pick up another goal. Corner, Ajada. Diaz Funchal looks like he headed that one over. Goal kick to Fulham. And we've picked it up. Morales on that right hand side. Drops it back to Marcantoni. Sekan into Nuga. What a ball. Cut it back. Oh no. Thought that might have been the third goal there. Here we've recovered possession. Dropping it around. Drops it back to Maluro. Switch it back out to the left hand side. Here we go. Oh. It's gone back over to the right. Patient play from the Ducks here. Nice link-up play by Diaz Funchal and Fabiano. They do have that green line between them. They work well together, 2 Brazilian boys. Offside. All over Fulham at the moment. Let's make a change. Let's take off Morales. And we will bring on Juan Carlos. Play Juan Carlos in the deep line playmaker role. And we'll give Nguba the advanced playmaker role. And give him attack. Let's go get some more goals. Oh, Alabaster is injured. Make a sub. Now the good thing about being able to invest the money that we have brought in from the transfers is we've got some great options off the bench, and Edu Serra will just come on and play in a natural left wing role. Bit of a lull in the game. Let's shout at the team, demand more. Always gets them kind of back focused again. It's one of the shouts in the game that works. Or I feel it has an impact anyway. Long throw from Glauber. Gerson on the edge of the box drops it out to Nguba. Ojeda out on the left to Glauber. Oh, get in Glauber. Who is Lorik Mbayo? See you later. You can go off to United for 42.5 million and I'll just put in another Brazilian wonder kid to just play in your place. Wow. Great goal. Full house at Adams Park, 13,000 there, and Fulham bring in 1,300 fans. Oh, Fulham breaking away. Good save by Malero. Fulham registering just their third shot of the game. Corner to Fulham. Edu Serra clears it to Juan Carlos, and now we're on the counter-attack. Swept up by Milligan there. I feel like I can hear the crowd. The crowd are asking for Potler. So Fabiano off, Lucas Potler on, and let's give you the advanced forward role. Here we go. Corner, Ojeda floats it in. Marcantoni rises up and glances it off. Marcantoni, as his media description, is a towering centre-back, so we do put him up there for all corners and free kicks. Edu Serra out on the left, taking on, bursting into the box, and a tame shot in towards the Fulham goalkeeper. This has been a dominating performance from the Ducks. Home win against Fulham. Can we get a fourth goal to wrap up, tie a bow on this this home game? Naguba to Glauber, whip it in. The only thing missing has been a Diaz Funchal goal. Oh, here we go. Fulham breaking away for the consolation. Well, there you go. Some milestones in that game. Glauber scored his first goal for Aylesbury. Naguba scored his first goal for Aylesbury. Alabaster made his 100th career appearance, and we have gone up to third in the table with 3 points behind Liverpool and 10 points behind Spurs, who look like they're going for their third league win or third league championship in 3 years. That loss puts Fulham hovering over the relegation zone. Alright, this has been another episode as we push towards European glory, and the next highlight will be the League Cup final, which maybe the Ducks, we might just get our first piece of domestic silverware other than the league titles that we've won coming up. But something like winning the League Cup or FA Cup or even a European trophy is going to be unbelievable from us. Okay, everything's going nice with our career save. Good players coming in, and on to the next game. Alright, up the Ducks.